All right, guys, today is Sunday, June 23rd, and like we always do every week, we're going to look at the Euro USD and see what type of opportunities are presenting themselves, if any. So, with based on last week, I was saying that we're kind of like in a consolidation, maybe even a triangle. And again, for those, if anybody watching this for the first time, these are high candle sheet candles, so that's the reason why they look different than traditional candles, and that's what traditional candles would look like. But I like to use high and sheet candles because I feel like I can see patterns better in how price action responds to certain levels. So based on the way the week ended, I mean, you can see some of this price action down here. There's nothing major going on. Um, Actually, like I said last week, I wanted to look for a shorting opportunity somewhere around here, which would be around the main pivot level for the year, but I didn't quite get there, so I missed out on this move here, and then tried to attempt to go long, short here with a very small position, and got stopped out on that FOMC spike, which is fine, right? Because right, we're still consolidating in this area, and if I look down here, I don't really see any type of clear divergence on the MACD to anticipate some kind of move. I mean, there was some type of divergence here where this high, and you can see the MACD sloping down, while price making, a slightly higher high than its previous high over here. But that was about it. So if we zoom out and take a look at this price action, and this is part of the reason why I'm just staying flat for now until things become a little bit more clear. It appears that, well, there's two ways you can look at this. On the daily chart and on the weekly chart, it looks like a triangle formation, which prices consolidation getting smaller and smaller. And if I zoom out on the weekly chart, it kind of also looks like a diamond pattern. Well, it doesn't really look like it. It actually is a diamond pattern. And for those who don't know what a diamond pattern is, it's basically, well, it's one of two things, right? It's a continuation pattern or it's a reversal pattern. In this case, I don't know which direction it's going to go, so that's the reason why I'm waiting on the side to see what happens, because I have two different perspectives, one on the upside and the other one on the downside. So let's draw this triangle out on the daily chart. Okay, this is the daily chart. So let me get my tool here, basic trend line, and we're going to start from up here, and we're going to connect this area right over here. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to take this low, and we're going to connect it up like this. So you can see, right? Let me hide this pivot point here, so you can see the triangle clearly, right? Started out nice big move and just getting, small and small. I mean, if you want this, there's an argument for maybe drawing it like this. I'm gonna keep mine just like this. Okay, just keeps everything within the range. So you can see how price is getting, kind of tight. Don't know if it's going to bounce here, maybe another small bounce here. It's just very, it's not clear right now to make a move. So the best approach to this price action is just to simply observe and stay out of the market, right? Don't put your capital at risk if you're not sure, or at least, triangles tend to be, a pattern where it's just you don't know which way it's going to break out, right? It could break out to the upside, it could break out to the downside. So the best thing to do is just to wait it out until it actually breaks. I'm not a breakout trader, but I'll prefer to wait to see, a little bit, you get a little bit more clarity before I want to enter the market and initiate a trade again, right? So that's basically what it looks like and what I'm watching. So if I go down, let me put this pivot points back. Okay, so that's what we got. So if I go down to the weekly chart, again, I don't see any type of clear divergence. And the reason why is because I just mentioned that we're in that triangle, right? That big consolidation, range, right? It's Sure, if this is a weekly chart, so if you look on the daily chart on the lower time frames, it looks like these are pretty decent swings. But if you notice from here, let me get this marker. If you notice from here, the swing was decent. Then the swing got a little bit more volatile. Then we had a big swing up and then a big swing down. And now we're making again that same type of swing move up and a small swing move down. Another swing move up, smaller, and it's just getting smaller and smaller. So this is the reason why I observed a diamond pattern and alongside a triangle pattern. So let me remove that and let me draw out what it looks like here on the weekly. Again, taking these 2 points and drawing it out like that, right? That's clear. We have that triangle pattern, that symmetrical triangle pattern, right? But if we do the same thing on the left side, right? Take the ultimate high and we draw it like that. We can even move it down a little bit like this, right? It's not going to be, the patterns are not going to be textbook, meaning they're not going to be perfect lines, right? An exact perfect triangle. That just doesn't happen most of the time. But anyway, you can see, look, within this diamond pattern, small price action, and then the volatility spikes up a bit towards the middle. So that's what creates the top and the bottom. So you can easily see that right over here. And then price once again starts getting smaller and smaller. Here's the thing that I'm kind of, I like to anticipate longer term moves, right? If you can see, right, with I'm not going to say with 100% accuracy, right? Because sometimes the market does something that you don't really anticipate, but you can sometimes forecast, okay, if the market's going to go in this direction, whether it's up or down, I want to be able to position myself for that big move, right? Whether that be 500 pips, 6, 7, 800 pips, maybe 1,000 pips, right? You want to be able to position yourself by looking at the long-term perspective, right? In this case, the weekly chart, the monthly chart, and sometimes I even zoom out to the 3-month chart, which is a quarterly chart, to give me some type of perspectives, give me some type of idea or potential forecast so that I can go in that direction and position myself. So in this case, like I said, diamond patterns are known to be both reversal and continuation. So if I take a look here, we started off down. This is back in September of 2022. We spiked, okay? We made the strong move to the upside. Now, again, in this diamond pattern, you can see how price is just staying in there. And, sooner or later, obviously, we're going to make a breakout here. Now, the question is, are we going to break out and make a continuation, right? Kind of like a swing move up, a pause, right? Sideways movement, and then another move to the upside. Basically, a continuation out of this consolidation and this this pause in the market, if you will. Or will we move, get stuck in this pattern for a while and then finally make a break to the downside and then potentially make another low, right? I'm really just an observer right now. I can't say this looks like a good opportunity that it could break out to the upside and then kind of make an equal leg to this move to the upside. But the reason why I'm still, I'm on the fence about that is because, let me remove this. Well, actually, no, let me put that back. Let's go to the monthly chart. Right, you can see it on the monthly chart. Right, this big move to the downside. We don't quite make it down to the 10-year support 1 level, but we do make a bounce. And then wondering here, are we going to make that move to the upside, or we're going to actually come down and test this level? And here's the reason. If I go to the quarterly chart, Okay, this is something that I've been keeping an eye on for months. This is the this is a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. I don't know if the market wants to make one more low. Let me get this marker here. So we come down, and I don't know. You can see it's just pretty much sideways. I don't know if the market's going to attempt to just break out to the upside like that, or it's going to consolidate and try to make one more low down here, and then make a big run to the upside. And that could literally take about a year, 2 years. The thing is not necessarily looking at like, oh, it's so far away. It's preparing, yourself again, like I mentioned, to position yourself to ride that wave, to go in that direction. It doesn't mean that we're going to wait, to go long here. On the shorter time frames, like on the daily, we can ride it down if we, anticipate where the market's likely to go and find some strong support before it actually makes a move. But still, this is the reason why I'm not jumping the gun and say, oh, we're finally going to break out, because this is a bullish pattern, but don't know if the market's quite ready to break out of this to the upside. Now, if it does, great. Then we'll look on the daily chart and look for opportunities to go to the upside. But if it's attempting to make one more low here and then make a move, then that's something that's, we have to consider in terms of the possibility of price action. So let me go back to the monthly. That's the way it looks. Okay. The price action right now. Oops. The price action right now. And again, these are 10-year pivot points that really help. Now, one of the tricks I like to use in between these levels is median points. And I don't need to draw them out completely, but what I do is I like to take a Fibonacci. I already have it stored here, saved as quad levels. And if I draw it out here, okay, you can see that price bounced off of this level 25%, and it's just been consolidating around this 50% for the past a little over a year now. So it's just stuck here, right? So we have to wait to see what we're going to get. Right, so let's go back to the weekly. That's what it looks like right now. Let's go on to the daily. And yeah, that's basically it. It's just a waiting game at this point, and to see if the market gives us much more clarity on what it wants to do. If we break below this area right down here, see if I can draw this out quickly. Okay, we have a support one here. We have previous strong support here and a previous support strong here. Even if we move it all the way back here, you can see there's still some mini support here. So this whole area is, it's a strong level of support where the market hasn't, really traded below this. So if we get down to this area once again, it's going to be really interesting to see if the market's going to find some support here. And for all we know, the market can actually break down here, find support, bounce back up here after the breakout, and then make another continued move to the downside. Okay, that's obviously remains to be seen, but this is something that want to be take a look at and be conscious of, right? I would prefer to see some type of divergence to go along with my trades, but right now I don't really see anything. So yeah, like I said, it's just a waiting game to see what the EURUSD does, and we'll just have to observe and let the market do whatever it's going to do. So that'll be it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this quick analysis, and if you did, just give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good weekend.